Teaching Rescue Exercise 4.3, your students will learn to provide an alternate air source to a diver simulating an out-of-air emergency and make a controlled air-sharing ascent. A clear demonstration, conducting the skill with control, and effectively correcting all problems will allow you to complete this skill with proficiency and help your students master the skill with ease. Your demonstration should be slow, with complete control. Proper positioning and controlled movements will help your students clearly see each and every step and boost their confidence when performing the skill. Start by organizing your students on the control line. With control of the group, begin with "You watch me." Clearly assign roles. Your dive master will simulate an out-of-air diver. You will be the hero. Confirm the students and dive master are ready and begin the demonstration. Step 1. You will assess the scene and identify the problem. Diver is signaling out of air. The second step is to communicate with the diver, using hand signals to get their attention. At this point, signal to your students the diver is out of air. The third step is to approach the diver. Signal first that you will close the distance and swim closer to the diver. At the same time, prepare the alternate air source. Just like demonstrating any skill with the alternate second stage, show clearly the regulator position. Signal remember as you show the hose position over your shoulder and the regulator mouthpiece is facing the diver in need. During your approach, reach out with your left hand, preparing for step 4, which is to make contact with the diver and provide your alternate air source. Ensure the diver is breathing from the regulator and begin step 5. Reassure the diver, signal you are making eye contact to calm them down. Instruct the diver to breathe calmly and slow down. Bring attention to the importance of this step by repeating these signals 2 or 3 times. With the diver breathing comfortably, ask if they are okay. Remind your students to check the diver's SPG, confirming they are out of air. Signal to the diver, you are out of air, let's ascend. Establish contact with the Roman handshake and signal to begin your ascent. You and the diver elevate the LPI. Show your finger over the deflate button, prepare to vent expanding air. Remember, this is a mobile skill. Instruct the group to ascend with you. Again, elevating your LPI and point to the deflate button with your finger. Deflate the expanding air as you ascend. At the surface, ensure your group can clearly see you are fully inflating your BCD. Maintain contact with the diver as they orally inflate their BCD. At the end, switch from your regulator to your snorkel and the demonstration is complete. With your demonstration complete, it's now time for your students to practice the skill. When conducting this skill, we will show you appropriate positioning to maintain control of the entire group, ensuring safe practice. Start by organizing your students on the control line. Ensure both students and Divemaster are ready to begin. Clearly assign the roles. The students will be the hero. The Divemaster will simulate an out-of-air diver. Instruct the group to wait and watch as you work with only one student at a time. Bring one of your students forward to the control line. Position yourself between the student and the Divemaster, facing the rest of the group. Remind your student they will be the hero, and the Divemaster will simulate an out-of-air emergency. Watch closely, assessing your student's ability to complete each step correctly. If any of the steps are missed or performed with difficulty, stop your student and remind them of the correct technique. Step 1. Ensure the student is showing clearly they are assessing the scene. Step 2. Communicate with the diver. Step 3. Watch as the student safely approaches and secures their alternate air source. Stay close to both divers, ready to take control if needed. During step 4, remain close enough for control and make contact if appropriate. The student will clearly show hand signals to reassure the diver and calm them down. Watch as they check the SPG, informing the diver they are out of air. Remain at arm's reach with both divers as they prepare to ascend. Ensure the group is ascending safely and your student remains in control during the ascent. At the surface, confirm your student fully inflates their BCD and maintains contact with the diver during oral inflation. Switching from regulator to snorkel and the skill is complete. Provide your student with positive reinforcement and additional communication of the proper technique. You can then finish with one more positive reinforcement. These are the common problems you will encounter when conducting this skill. Teaching Rescue Exercise 4.3. When conducting practice of the skill, your ability to quickly identify and solve problems with clear communication will help your students complete this exercise with confidence. If they forget step 1, which is assess the scene, stop the student immediately. Remind them of step 1, assessing the scene so they can approach the diver safely. Instruct them to restore the skill from the beginning. If they forget step 2, swimming towards the diver with no communication, stop your student. Remind them to communicate with the diver. If you identify the problem in a timely manner, they can continue with the skill. You may encounter problems with step 3, when the student is providing the alternate air source. If the hose is under their arm, or the mouthpiece is not in the correct position, stop the skill. Have the student correct the problem, and with a proper handling of the alternate air source, they can continue the skill. When providing the air source, your student may forget to make contact with the diver. Remind them of step 4, They can make contact by holding onto the diver's BCD shoulder strap. Continue the skill. Another common problem you might encounter is with step 5, the student forgetting to provide reassurance to the diver. After providing the alternate air source and making contact, they check the diver's SPG. Stop the student and correct the 5th step by showing them how to help the diver calm down using hand signals. Instruct the student to complete this step and continue with the skill. Watch closely for this next problem. After providing reassurance, your student prepares to ascend. Stop your student and remind them first to check the diver's SPG. Your student will continue the skill, confirming the diver is out of air and they must ascend. Watch that your student signals appropriately and begins the ascent with control. Monitor their ascent rate and remain in control by staying close to both divers, ready to make contact. At the surface, ensure the student completes the skill by fully inflating their BCD and maintaining contact and control while the out-of-air diver orally inflates their BCD. Keep your divers on the control line. After switching to snorkels, provide your student with positive reinforcement. Then remind your student of the proper technique needed for the skill. You can then finish by giving them one more positive reinforcement.